So you're jumping into the massive world of Saros? Awesome. Look, this isn't just going to be another boring game guide. This is your fast track pass to blow right past all that early game confusion and get straight to the good stuff. We're going to cover everything you need to know to go from feeling totally lost to feeling like an absolute legend. Let's do this.
You know, Mark Twain probably wasn't a huge gamer, but he totally gets what it feels like to stare at a brand new challenge. And that's Saros. It can feel like, whoa, where do I even begin? But don't worry, this whole explainer is designed to give you the confidence to take that first step and hit the ground running.
Okay, so here's our game plan. We're going to start with, well, getting started. Then we'll dive into the core gameplay, how to level up smart, a few advanced tricks, and then wrap up with the biggest mistakes you gotta avoid. It's a clear path from A to B. Let's jump in.
All right, part one, getting started. Seriously, your first hour in Saros is so important. The choices you make right at the jump are going to shape your character for dozens of hours to come, so let's make sure we get them right. First things first, character creation. Don't just blow past this to get into the game. Those starting stats, they're going to decide if you're a tank, a damage dealer, or something else entirely. Really think about how you want to play. Next, get to know your UI. Knowing where your health bar is without even thinking about it will literally save your life. And finally, customize your controls. I'm serious. The default settings are fine, but mapping your dodge to a mouse button, that's a game changer. So you've got your character all set up. Now let's talk about what you'll actually be doing in the game. When you boil it all down, in Saros, you're pretty much always doing two things: exploring this amazing world and fighting whatever you find in it. Getting good at both, that's the secret sauce. And this right here, this perfectly shows you the two sides of Saros. On the one hand, you've got this gorgeous, peaceful world that's just begging for you to explore all its hidden corners. And on the other, you have this brutal, lightning-fast combat that will push your skills to the limit. A truly great player knows how to master both. Okay, let's build some good habits right now. First, stamina. It's so tempting to just sprint everywhere, but trust me, you want to save that juice for when you desperately need to dodge a huge attack. And in a fight, don't just spam buttons. Every single enemy has a tell, a little wind-up before they strike. Watch them, learn their patterns, dodge or block, and then attack. It's kind of like a dance, and you gotta learn the rhythm. I gotta admit, when I saw this analogy in our source material, I laughed out loud. It's so specific, but you know what? It's actually a perfect comparison. Let's talk about why keeping your inventory clean is just as important as swinging a sword. A cluttered backpack is maybe the #1 rookie mistake. Not only does it slow you down, but imagine this. You finally beat a tough boss, a legendary weapon drops, and you can't pick it up because your bags are full of junk. It's painful. So be picky. If you're not using something, sell it, break it down, get rid of it. A clean inventory means you're always ready for that next amazing piece of loot. Okay, next up, leveling up. Getting stronger in Saros isn't about grinding monsters for 10 hours straight. No, it's about being smart. It's about being efficient with your time and knowing the fastest path to real power. And here it is. This is the pro tip that will save you so many hours of your life. Not all quests are created equal. Not even close. Some quests will give you a mountain of experience points, and others are basically just a waste of time. The secret is knowing the difference. Now take a look at this, because this table basically maps out your entire leveling journey. Just focus on that experience gain column. The main story is always a great source of XP, but look at daily bounties. Once you hit level 20, these are your rocket fuel. Yeah, they're hard, but that very high reward, that is hands down the fastest way to level up in the game. Now, when you get a skill point, you're going to be tempted to put a little bit here, a little bit there. Don't do it. Resist that urge. Pick one skill tree that really matches how you want to play and just go all in. Committing like this will unlock your most powerful abilities way faster. Trust me, in the early game, being a master of one thing is way better than being a dabbler in everything. So you've got the fundamentals locked down. You're feeling good. Now, let's take your game to the next level. We're going to move beyond just surviving and start talking about how to really dominate your enemies and uncover the world's best-kept secrets. Let's talk tactics. First, the environment is your best friend. See those explosive barrels over there? Lure enemies to them. See that narrow canyon? Force that giant horde of enemies into it so you can fight them one by one. Second, timing. Don't just fire off your ultimate ability the second it's ready. Wait for the boss to be stunned, then unleash it for maximum damage. And finally, don't go it alone. Some of the biggest challenges are designed for groups. Find a guild, make some friends, and go take down those epic bosses together.
And hey, don't just blindly follow the little markers on your map. The world of Saros is filled with secrets. If a wall looks a little weird, try hitting it. If you see a waterfall, check behind it. Talk to the NPCs in town. The game always rewards players who are curious. All right, we've made it to our final section, the big mistakes. We've talked a lot about what you should do, but honestly, knowing what not to do is just as important. Avoiding these 2 traps will save you a ton of headaches.
And this right here is probably the biggest trap of them all, overextending. It's so tempting, right? You see a video online about some amazing loot in a high-level area, and you think, I'll just sneak in and grab it. What really happens is you get instantly destroyed by the first thing you see, and you lose progress. The smart player is patient. They stick to zones they can actually handle and build their power bit by bit.
And here's the second big mistake: completely ignoring crafting. It's crazy how many new players just focus on whatever gear drops from enemies. They're leaving so much power on the table. Crafting your own gear and upgrading the stuff you already have is absolutely essential to staying strong, especially when you get to the really tough bosses. Don't sleep on your crafting skills. So here it is, your final checklist for success. Set up your character with a clear plan. Master that dance between combat and exploration. Hunt down those high XP quests. Don't get greedy and wander into places you're not ready for. And please, please use the crafting system. If you do these 5 things, you'll be golden. And that brings us full circle. The world of Saros is still huge, it's still full of challenges, but now you have a roadmap. You know what to do, you know what to avoid, and you know how to get powerful fast. The real adventure, it starts right now. We've given you the map, we've given you the compass. You have the knowledge, the strategies, and you know the traps to avoid. So the only question left is, what are you going to do with it? Your adventure in Saros is waiting. What happens next? Well, that's entirely up to you.